but wait, bro. Wait, bro. You need to. Yeah, you need to. My Twitter is at me, Mr. Wilson. Okay, what you gotta do is you gotta talk to me. Okay, I might be able to help you out with that. Okay, I might be able to help you out with that. Okay, and then okay, now let's listen to your shit now. Let's listen to.
Should be rolling. Yeah, I'm on a three-way live stream. I gotta call you back. Well, I'm trying, folks. There is a delay. I'm gonna restart. All right. I should be back online. We'll see what happens here. All right, I'm trying. Let me know if it's working, anybody. All right, you can hear me. Bob? How many times are you gonna say Bob? I'm fighting against Bob. You're gonna talk to me like Bob? How dare you call me Bob? What's happening here, Papa? What's happening? Oh, I appreciate that, brother. You can't. I'm challenging it. My hair is better. Prop does not have better hair. He does not have better politics. It's always a feud. The delay is killing us, man. We can get it together, man. We can. I lost my connection. I have no idea where we're at. Let's see. All right, I'll just take this time to say that Bob is a spammer. My connection is garbage. Well, we're trying, folks. It'll be better next time, we promise. All right, everybody. I guess I'm still here, but Papa's stream died, so we will go on until he comes back around. We'll see what happens. We're gonna see if we can get together a better option so that we're all in real time. Because I was getting like I don't know, 20-second delay or something crazy like that. It was hard for me to even interject in the conversation without popping up in the background randomly after it's not relevant. But I happen to look like Jesus, and my name is Joseph. That's just how it goes sometimes. I don't know what to tell you about that. I consider myself potentially the father of Jesus if I could find a nice girl named Mary to settle down with, who also happens to be a virgin, but that's not going to happen these days. You know how that goes. I'll also say that I get the whole walking on water thing. It's very complicated. I mean, but if you could turn the water into wine, then walking on water sounds more like a functional alcoholic than it does a miracle. Just saying. Mr. Wilson, what's good, man? We can get the chat together if we can talk off chat to figure out exactly how we can link together. I've done it a few times and it works out if we can get a decent connection from all of us, but we'll have to give it a try and see what happens. In the meantime, fuck Bob. I'm going to say that for the record. I don't care how old he is. Just saying. Non-mods unite. Maybe we should try to do the mod thing from like a community standpoint, like if we come together like with the community, like maybe even a little bit of like communism, we can be a better mod than the mods themselves. We could really try to bring together the community. Why is everyone ending up on my stream? I'm confused what's going on here. How did this happen? Here we go. This is what I was trying to talk to Mr. Wilson about. Is as soon as I start streaming, obviously there's going to be somebody in the chat telling me what I should be doing with my time instead of the stuff we were doing just before that we all enjoyed and thought was fun. And I'm never playing Monopoly, Uno. I'll consider Minecraft, but in a general sense, the first two are a terrible idea. You gotta play what you want to play. You gotta do what you want to do. People will come to you. And if we can do it together, that's even better. I didn't mean to rhyme, but that's just how it goes sometimes. Just saying. Papa is as Papa does. I'm not sure about Striker, but we'll figure it out. We got a good taste. So, Mr. Wilson, you back yet? Should we transfer back over to your stream? Are you giving up for the night? What's good? Want to hang out here? That works too. I mean, I look like a mod. Come on. You think Bob looks this good? Come on. Get out of here. What's going on? Bob ain't no mod. Bob never been a mod. Bob doesn't even know what it takes to be a mod. He's trying. I'll give him that. But he's also spamming. self-promoting, and a bunch of other stuff that I don't like. That's just my opinion. Bob should have never been a mod. I don't know why you gave it to him, but you just take it back. Take it back. I don't know what BFDI is or whatever this thing is, but nobody gets the references, Bob. Nobody gets the references. It doesn't happen. I don't know what it is. I might be old. That's true. But I still don't think anybody knows what's going on right now. I appreciate that, Mr. Wilson. But we're in this together. We always will be. That's the reason I'm here. I'm assuming propaganda would say the same thing. It ain't about the money, Papa. We all know this. It's about the people. The people. It's about the community. It's about the papas and the mamas. Propaganda's trying to take them away. I don't know what he's doing, but he'll eventually come around. If there's a cult leader, it's not me. I guarantee it. I don't look anything like a cult leader. It's very possible. My quality is not something I usually stream on Twitch, no offense, but I'm not sure if there's a lag here or not. I have no idea. I would have to take a look. Everything looks good from OBS. I'll assume you're trolling, and I'll just keep talking without paying any attention to the chat complaints at all. Isn't that right, Cheeto? I mean, I'm willing to talk about communism. I prefer community. I always look at the root term. I always wonder, okay, communism, community, communication, commune, obviously. And then you have democracy, democratic, demagogue. You have Republican, republic. All of these root terms, socialism, social, socialite, society. I mean, you can really break down all of these terms, but when you get to capitalism, I would agree with propaganda to a certain extent. Capitalism, you're getting down to capital. We're talking about money here, people. That's pretty much all we're talking about. We're not talking about community. We're not talking about society. We're talking about capital. Dollar bills, y'all. I have given money, and that's because I support Papa. I think Papa is doing the right thing. I support his content. And if I happen to get a little piece of money and I want to throw it Papa's way, I'm going to do it because I enjoy him. And I enjoy his stream. And I would like for him to have better internet so we can stream together sometime, maybe. Just saying. I need a new PC too. I'm on a laptop. It's not that you might be getting delays yourselves. I'm not that far ahead. I just have a mic, and it looks nice to a certain extent with the background, the books and stuff. Those all came from Goodwill. 75 cents a piece. These books. They're actually not even real. It's a green screen. Prove it's not. You know what, Striker? If anybody gets mod, it's gonna be me. I'm just saying it here now. I mean, look at these curls, man. These are mod curls right here, man. Look at this beard, man. That's a mod beard. I can do this. I can do this with this. This is a mod. This is a mod strategy right here. See that? That's mod. That's what mod looks like. Striker, you ain't getting mod. Just saying. It ain't happening. Okay. Proper earned mod. Look at this. You see this? This is mod power right here. I'm before Bob gets commander, I at least have to get mod. I'm not gonna let Bob get commander before I get mod. Bob is a spam sandwich covered in cake. I'm not sure what he's even thinking. I don't know what he's thinking. I should probably pull up Proper Stream. I don't know why I haven't already. I'd probably be getting some good information so I could talk to you guys a little bit better if Mr. Wilson's not going to hop back on. Although I don't know what his stream is. If anybody can link that to me, that'd be great. I'm sure Prop isn't listening to me. I'm not listening to him. Maybe we should listen to each other. Certainly possible, but we're basically going to talk about communism, and I'm not sure that's the best idea. I think I'd rather avoid that topic on a general basis. I'm just saying. I made my statement. I'll just talk to you guys. Everyone's getting mod. No one's getting mod. It's not happening. Mods, it's over. The only thing that's going to happen from now on is there's going to be less mods. Karen's going to stay mod. We all know Karen's a good mod. But Bob is when she's not being overprotective, because we all know Mr. Wilson at one point was riding PewDiePie to a certain extent. And that's how I found him. And I'm cool with that. I'm very happy about that. But in a general sense, Bob should not be a mod. He's going to... Done. It's over. Less mods. Less mods. Too many cooks in the kitchen. Do this. Do that. Play this. Play Monopoly. Play Deal or No Deal and lose $1 million by clicking the wrong button. Play it, Papa. No. We're not doing that. And I don't blame you for losing that million, Papa. I don't blame you. It could have happened to anybody. But we should have taken the $600,000 deal you could have made. We should have taken it. We should have taken it. Well, Mr. Wilson, you feel free to DM me and tell me why he's a mod. Sure, I get it, but I'm not a mod. I'm not a mod. I understand. I get what you're trying to do, but he's shooting himself in the foot by spamming, and he's only going to get enemies, if you haven't noticed, someone like me, where they just spam themselves and self-promote. Talk about BDFI or whatever that happens to be. I don't know Bob. I'll diss Bob, but I'll watch Bob. But every time he posts his own link in Mr. Wilson's chat, I get a little bit perturbed. I think we should be watching Mr. Wilson at that time and not Bob, unless, of course, Mr. Wilson says, hey, check out Bob, or maybe Propaganda, or hey, maybe go to Average Joe's channel. I'm fine with that. I pulled a Bob move. You're here now, right? I don't hate Bob. I just want to make fun of him. But that's just part of my character. It's something I'm not going to be able to stop. And I apologize for that. But here we are. You heard it here first, Bob. It's coming down. I'll make the diss track. It's just I'm having a little bit of hard time putting together how I'm going to diss a 12-year-old in a rap song, but I'm sure I could string something together. I need a beat. If anybody's got beats that I can diss Bob to, feel free to reach out at Average Joe Tree. Oh, I don't have any mods. You guys can spam and do whatever the hell you want in my chat. I'm not sure I could stop you. If I make anyone a mod, it's Mr. Wilson. I might consider Striker just to get the, to find a coalition of, you know, mods that I can use against Mr. Wilson at some point in the future, but especially if he's on Bob's side, because that's going to be a no-go. We're going to have to figure that out later, but I don't want to force it now. Oh, I'll diss a 12-year-old. I'm not scared. I just don't have a lot of material. I should probably watch his videos and really dive deep and write something that may not he may not come back from. That's why I don't know if I feel good about it. I'm not sure it's the best strategy for his development, Mr. Wilson. If you have an invested interest in him doing a good job, I think I should probably not completely eviscerate him in a diss song, but I'm willing to. I'm willing to. I actually think it's a decent idea. Well, Grateful Heretic, we're not really sure what's going on. I don't think we ever were sure what's going on. If I played an instrument, I'd probably be singing the chat right now because I'm not sure what else to talk about, but I don't, so I'm just going to keep talking, if that works for you. Striker, you're not out yet. Not over here. You might be out on Mr. Wilson's stream, but you're not out here, man. We're still. I don't know you like that. We're still working on it. We're still working on it. Yeah. I'm not doing links, Striker. The strike one, Striker. Strike one. Strike one. It's only a matter of time, Mr. Wilson. I hate Monopoly because there's only one person that ever wins. What do you mean? I'm pretty sure Prop was talking about that on his stream. I mean, when you have a Monopoly, like my buddy Bill Gates or a couple other people, rest in peace, Steve Jobs ghost, you end up with all of the money, and that's not fun for anyone, is it? I mean, it's really not. So, I mean, unless you win. I mean, that's definitely fun, but that doesn't always happen. So, you better be good at the game, or else it's going to suck. Just saying. I prefer Payday. It's a much better game. Everyone essentially ends up with a decent amount of money at the end. You don't have to take everyone else's money. You just have less at the end. It's a decent game. Payday, you know? I also prefer, what was the game called? Where you push the top. What was that? I have no idea, but it was a lot more fun than Monopoly. Oh, well, I prefer card games. I like card games. I actually play poker. That is some of the streaming I do, and that's why I have this set up. So I would certainly play Uno if there was some money involved, because I don't really play cards unless there's some money involved. I'm not trying to take all the money. Everyone's supposed to leave with money. That's the fun. It's fun. It's fun with money, but the point is, Monopoly, you take all the money. The only way to win is you take everyone else's money. That's not fun. That's not how it works in poker unless you play in the tournaments and you don't play with your family, because that would be a horrible experience and people would hate you for it. It's a bad idea. If anything, let's play Risk. Chutes and Ladders? I don't know. Come on. Monopoly sucks. I mean, we could play like a millennial Monopoly where, you could change it to where everyone lives for free, and there's always free parking, and everyone who passes go collects $200, and there's no tax for luxury, and like, you don't have to buy houses, you can just stay at your mom's house, and things like that. I mean, that would probably be more fun for the current people who play the game. I think that would work. That might work. And yeah, no, like, and only I probably shouldn't say that. Yeah, I can't say that. I'm not gonna say that. I was gonna make a joke about the get out of jail free card, but I'm gonna go ahead and reserve that for later. No, I'm not a socialist. I'm not a socialist. So I said it before. I don't personally believe in any sort of doctrine of any sort. That's not what I do. I know that other people talk about these things. I know propaganda talks about communist beliefs. I know those beliefs. I know Marxist. I know these things. And over the course of time, I've come to understand things about that. I don't believe them. I don't believe anybody. You could tell me the fucking sky was red. I don't fucking believe you. I don't need to believe you. I can see it. It's blue. I know that. And so I understand on a general basis it's blue, and sometimes it changes to orange and stuff when the sun goes down, but I don't have to believe you. So I don't believe in socialism. I don't believe in capitalism. I don't believe in government. I don't believe in Jesus. I don't believe in this, that, or the other. I know you told me the story. I know that person said that. I hear you, but when it comes to understanding, I just know what you guys are saying. I don't really believe any of you people, if I'm honest. So no, I'm not a socialist. to put it extremely bluntly. My theory is that you go from belief. Yeah, that's why you don't have to believe in Jesus, man. I know. Do you understand? Big brain. I appreciate you, Wally Comics. I'll see you again. You know damn well I will. Thanks for being the first guy over here and telling me what was good. Appreciate that. I don't know if Mr. Wilson's still here, but if he is, feel free to speak up in the chat, Mr. Wilson. Don't be a small PP, bro. That's not cool, bro. No, I don't have to believe you. I don't have to believe that 2 plus 2 is 4 minus 1, that's 3, because I already know that. I don't need you to tell me. You can keep that to yourself. I already know that. Like, feel free to say it. I mean, that's fine, but I'm not going to believe you because I already know it. I don't, I'm good. I mean, you want to show me some evidence. If I didn't know that, if I didn't understand math, then I would listen to you, and you would show me on paper that 2 plus 2 is 4, and then subtract 1, and then get 3. And at that point, I wouldn't have to believe you, because then I would know that that's how it worked because you showed it to me. If you just say it out loud and don't prove your work, so to speak, and show me how it works, then belief is the only thing that people are going to have. So my point on the matter is that belief is extremely loud. Everyone likes to talk about what they believe in. I believe in communism, says propaganda. I believe in this, that, or the other. But when you get to true wisdom, which happens after understanding, you go from belief to knowledge, and then to understanding, and then to wisdom, wisdom actually becomes extremely silent. You don't ever talk about it. because if you talk about it, people generally don't believe you. So it's almost pointless to talk about, and that is essentially why I don't talk about it, and I should probably shut up, right? Because I couldn't convince you. I'm not trying to convince you. It's impossible. So once you come to your own understanding that 2 plus 2 is 4, then you'll know, and that's good for you. You'll become understanding and eventually wise, and that's good. That's great. Unsound mouse. Well, e-girls do exist, so you can believe in them if you want, but I know they exist, and I understand how they make money, and that makes you a simp, Skooma. I'm just saying. Just saying. And that's wisdom, kids. That's wisdom. Can we get some E's in the chat for Skooma? He loves them e-girls. You know what I'm saying? Come on. I got nothing against e-girls. I got nothing against simps. I mean, I said something on his chat earlier, on Mr. Wilson's chat. Simps, it's simple. I understand it. I get it. If you want to call me a simp for Mr. Wilson, you feel free to do so. I'll accept that badge and honor. I'll wear it on my chest right here. I'll put, my name is Mr. Wilson Simp. I'll put it right here. Yeah, I gave him money. Yeah, I want him to succeed. And maybe, yeah, sure, I might want him to take his clothes off, but that's not the point. The point is he needs new internet. He needs a new computer. How else are we going to talk to Papa? How else? How else are we going to do this? How are we going to get 3-person stream? How are we going to get propaganda on here? How are we eventually going to eviscerate Bob on a live stream? How are we going to do it? Mr. Wilson, you know it. That's part of the process, man. I'm here with you. That's why I did it. I hope you know that. I did it for you. I did it for a reason. That's why we're here now. That's the least I can say, the least I can do. And that's why I say it to you. I hope everybody else in the chat understands that, because there's only 6 viewers, and I would hope they're part of the community. They should understand what's going on here. I'll make an OnlyFans, but we'll talk about that later, huh? Mr. Wilson, right? We'll talk about that later. Shirt reveal at 10 viewers. I'll show you the inside of my shirt, man. That's why I wear the 3-piece. That's good, Mr. Wilson. I appreciate that. I would say the same to you, my brother. I wouldn't be here right now in this moment, sitting in front of you, if you, and I'll give credit to Propaganda as well, because he jumped on the stream and I was like, well, hell, that dude's hair is not nearly as good as mine, so I should definitely start live streaming and show Mr. Wilson, Papa himself, what real mod curls look like. You know what I'm saying? Mod beards. I mean, come on. Oh, Bob's time is limited. Let him have his time. I don't want him. Don't unmod him now. He's got something waiting for him. Don't do it now. Don't just unmod Bob. He's got something waiting for him. There's more to this story. We all know this. Skooma's debatable. Skooma's debatable. Skooma is debatable. Does that mean me the son of Skooma? Am I the son of Skooma? Is that what that means? Or am I the son of Papa? Am I the son of Papa and Skooma? Or Propaganda and Skooma? Because it happened so naturally, and I just appeared on the live stream after some sort of an immaculate stream. I'm not sure how it happened. But I'm here now. Sometimes I wonder myself. So is propaganda still screaming, or did he decide to succumb to the influence? Allegedly. Mr. Wilson, there are many more monsters to fight. This is just the first. I feel the same way, honestly. It's called a network. That's what we're building right now, Mr. Wilson. We're building a network. We're building a network of people who have similar skill, who we can interact with, and it will become something that we probably do for a long period of time and everyone enjoys. I'm just saying. It's very possible. And yes, Mr. Wilson, don't be jealous. Don't be jealous. I have let's see. How many subs do I have? I think I have it's probably gone up drastically. I might have gained 100%. Let's see. I have 16 subscribers. Wow, that's gone up like, I don't know, probably like 12 subscribers. How many do you have, Mr. Wilson? You have like 68,000 subscribers. Is that how many you have? Oh, I get it, Mr. Wilson. I was trying to watch his as well, but I couldn't find it from an easy search because I didn't see the name. If someone wants to link it to me, I'll try to listen in as well. Maybe I missed it. Yes, Striker. What are you trying to say, man? Yeah, propaganda. Yeah, propaganda. And I made fun of him because it's ironic in the sense that he was spitting propaganda and he thinks it's propaganda, which is ironic because propaganda always thinks it's the proper version of thinking. So essentially, it's an oxymoron. Just saying. So I think that's, you know, mildly ironic and slightly, not self-aware. Just saying. I'm cool. I'm cool with that. I tried that. I did try that. I did try that. It's not coming up. Now it is. I had to, it kept redirecting my searches to propaganda, and I had to click not propaganda, which is ironic because I would be very surprised if it wasn't propaganda that was being spewed on this channel. And just so it happens that, hold on, which book should I tell you guys to read? Hold on, I'm sure I have some communist stuff to work on. Let's see. Here, how about this one? Good stuff. RX for America. Ben Carson. Smart guy. Brain surgeon. Good stuff. One of the best. Let's see, what can we do here? What do we got? What do we got? Oh, I don't have that much Communist Manifesto. It's my apologies. Got a lot of Harry Potter here. Got a lot of stuff from the classic Americans. I know. Let me go ahead and just try to mirror the stream of propaganda. We'll go with like maybe a good Thomas Jefferson. Like, you know, life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness. Stuff like that. That's not bad. Communism has it's certain things that you should look into, but Thomas Jefferson. Now, see, the thing with communism, now I'm listening to propaganda, and I'm going to respond to his video while he's talking. See, now we're entering into conspiracy theory here. He's not wrong. I will note that for the record. He's not wrong. But my problem is with what the communists would describe as centralized power. When you have central power under, the Chinese government, for example, when there's a virus, you can lock it down immediately. You can put everyone in their houses. You can tell everyone to stay home. And if they don't listen to you, you can throw them in a camp and, work them to death. And that's just how it goes. And if the doctor speaks out, then that could be a problem. And, there's no power. America has a very different method for that. So it's not it's a centralized power, but it's decentralized through the states. So each state has its own power, and in each state you have that centralized power that can do the exact same thing that I just described within the state. So it's not much different, but it is different in the fact that there's not one giant overbearing government agency. And that was the difference if I were to talk about some of the original guys, John Adams, etc. and so forth. It's the difference between federalism and Republican, classic Republican. Classic Republican is the Republic, and classic federalism is the Fed, which is federalism. It's the federal government. It's the over-encompassing, government of the America instead of the United States of America. We are 50 states, large states. A lot of our states are as big as other countries. So when you're talking about Italy, you might as well, and Texas, I mean, that's what's America to Italy? Like, we're 50 times roughly the size of Italy. So it was always supposed to be a United States of America, where the states had the power and the local government had the power. And you don't just do an overwhelming communist rule. So my point would be, which propaganda might agree with me, is that you have to have a resource-based economy. So we can work together through community or communication or communism, where we can actually have, an overreaching government that does not have anything to do with the shit that propaganda is spouting. All right, that's enough of that. Communism is just one type. I'm not socialist. I'm not communist. I'm not capitalist. I'm not sure what I am yet. I'm certainly not gay, and I do also subscribe to the large PP gang and Mr. Wilson's channel. So here we go. Imperialism is not going anywhere. And imperialism also sucks. We're running out of land. What are you going to take? Like, what country are you going to invade? I mean, come on. It's over. Get over it. This is America. It's all we're going to have. The lines are drawn. I mean, at this point, you might as well go to the moon or Mars. Like, come on. You want to go to Mars? We'll take Mars. That's fine, too. Plant a flag on that one. We already put it on the moon. Let's go ahead and put one on Mars, too. Fuck it. Let's take it all. Stop going into other countries. It's worthless. What are you going to do? Take their fucking rice and beans, man? What are you doing? This is America here. We already own, the supply chain of China at this point. Come on. What else do we need? Gas. We need more gas. Have you ever heard of Elon Musk? You ever heard of the guy? He's doing different things here. We got electricity. It's not that hard. The cars go faster. It happens. Communism is weird. I mean, I'm done talking about it, because for me, it's just words. We're just talking with these words. Like, what's the difference? Communism, socialism. Oh, Bernie Sanders is a socialist. Who gives a shit? He wants to be president. It really doesn't matter. Donald Trump, Democrat, Republican. It's like, what's the difference? What's the difference? There's no difference. Liberal, conservative, like, come on, libertarian, like, all these words, man. Come on. I cannot be defined by these words. the things that I think are not anywhere inside of these definitions. And if anything, you should combine them all together. And then maybe you'll have a word for how I think about things. Let's go to Mars. Let's go to Mars. We should take over Mars. It'll be a lot easier than, some of the wars we've tried before. There's no political leader that we know of that we have to try to displace. All right, that's enough about politics. Yeah, see, because I have a hard time telling people what to think. I'm not a big fan of that because I don't like to believe other people. So I just talk about things that exist, things that already are documented, whether it's in this book or that manifesto or this one. Like these things exist. I like talking about them like a philosopher would, as Plato or Aristotle might. But I really don't like to try to tell other people that this is the only way it should be. Because that to me is obviously incorrect. There's no way that anyone knows that this is how it should be. If that person says to you, if anyone says to you, this is how it should be, they're lying to you. You heard it here first. And that's oxymoronic and ironic and a bunch of other concepts. Funny at the very least. And me saying that is that you shouldn't listen to me either. Listen to Mr. Wilson, our one and true savior. Me and propaganda are going to shave our head, and I'll shave my beard, he'll shave his head. We'll give it to Mr. Wilson. He'll become the one true Messiah. I'm saying it. It's already going to happen. I'll shave half my beard, just this part. He can work with this one. Like, I'll keep this one. We gotta combine powers. It's like the Power Rangers, man. We gotta Megazord up, man. We need two more. We need arms and legs, and then we're good to go. Let's see if we can get Bob's legs, and maybe Karen can come in with a strong arm, because I know Bob ain't gonna do it. He's got weak arms. Got weak knees too, but what are we gonna do? Maybe Skooma can come in with the legs. We got to Power Ranger up, man. Got to work together. I don't know how else to put it. Like Captain Planet, man. We got to get some rings or something. Mr. Wilson, he's our hero. We'll see. We'll figure something out. At least one of us needs a cape. Nothing happened, Mr. Wilson. I briefly listened into propaganda stream and talked about how um, communism is just one way of doing business, and in a general sense, I don't believe people who want to tell me that they know better, and I would never do that to you, Mr. Wilson. I'll just tell you that I know certain things, and I don't want you to subscribe to my specific philosophy, because I'd rather talk to you about it than tell you anything. Just saying. Now I don't get to go for a smoke break. Now I'm over on the other side of the camera being like, do you guys want me to end this? Do you want me to end this, Mr. Wilson? Should I end this? Yeah, maybe I'm getting tired, Mr. Wilson. Maybe Stryker knows damn well that I should end this. He'll tell me so. Yeah, how does it feel, Mr. Wilson, on the other side, huh? It's not so easy, is it? Starting to sweat over here. These lights, they're hot. Yeah, yeah, now you're getting it, huh? Well, I'll keep talking with you guys. Not forever, but for some time. But if Mr. Wilson tells me to shut the stream down, it's happening, just so you know. Papa knows what Papa's doing. He's in charge here. Gang leader. See if we can come up with a gang symbol. I think I could probably come up with one. You gotta do like a PA, you know, PA, pa. I don't know if you guys can see this or if it's backwards. It could go either way. Papa. Papa Wilson. Know what I'm saying? Papa Wilson. Papa. Boom. Only the OGs know that move, you know what I'm saying? You can have that one, Mr. Wilson. That one's free. Oh, no one's getting mod on this channel. I'm the only mod here. Even Mr. Wilson's not getting mod unless... well, actually, I'll probably give Mr. Wilson mod, but if I'm honest. But that's it. If Bob begs for mod, I'll consider it, but then I'll take it away as soon as I give it to him. After he makes a comment or does anything, I'll have someone else ban him. I'll give someone else mod just to ban Bob if that happens, and I'll laugh, and it'll be funny. And I'll enjoy myself. That'll be great. See, Mr. Wilson, I see how the power works. I see what you're doing here. See? If you didn't see it before, Papa, it's Papa. P. A. Double-sided. It's not easy. Got the spiders. P-A-P-A. Double Papa. That mod power, it's going to Bob's head, I'm telling you right now. Papa, you've given him too much power. He's just a child. He doesn't understand the mod power. I don't know what you were thinking. It's going to ruin him. It's already gone to Striker's head. He's lost his mind. What's he supposed to do? He has no choice but to try to be mod. He's going to come to my channel and try to be mod. What's he going to do without the mod power, man? That's his one true being. It's to be a mod. Karen, you know, she was a mod the moment they named her Karen. We all know this. That's how mods work. If you're a Karen, you're immediately a mod. Whether someone tells you you can be a mod or not, you still mod. That's just how it works. Now, me and Mr. Wilson over here, we don't even want to be mods. We don't want to have to control you people. How's this going to work? I don't got the time for that. I can't possibly keep all the simps and spammers and self promoters like Bob out of your chat. It's impossible. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Striker. You're going, man. You could be a mod, you could be no mod. It's over. It's over. Your brain's fried, man. You're gonna have to go on some sort of like a, 20 days no mod like program, maybe like 12, I don't know how many steps there are in the program, but like you just maybe like comment every once in a while, and then you stop, you wean yourself off of the comments, and you like think about your life choices, and you're like, maybe I'm being a troll, and maybe I'm over, maybe I'm abusing this chat function, and I should, maybe turn over to a higher power like Mr. Wilson, and so that you can like recover, and then it'll give you a little chip in like 30 days if you stop being a punk bitch on Mr. Wilson's chat, and they have like 30 days sober from being a punk bitch, Striker. Just pause. It might work. Maybe it's like it might work. It'd be like part of the subscription program, like be like a anti-subscription. You like just shut your mouth, Striker, for a little while, and you'll be rewarded. Not by mod. You won't be rewarded with mod, but we'll give you like a little coin or something, like a sticker, something, Striker. I don't know what. We'll figure it out. It'll help. I guarantee it'll help. We'll help. We'll do what we can, Striker. You'll get over it eventually. Maybe you can be mod on Bob's channel, Striker. Maybe. Hey, big brain. Maybe you can mod Bob's channel, man. I'll petition for you. You could mod Bob's channel. That might be interesting. That might be fun. We might all have a good time with that. I don't know. I haven't seen Bob's channel. Hey, you know what's good, Mr. Wilson? You already know. Striker, you try too hard. You and Bob are very close. You're very similar. You should look at Bob and then not do that. That's what you should do. You should be like, you should ask Bob, be like, hey Bob, what are you doing? What are you up to? Like what is your strategy? And and then you should not do that. You should do the opposite of that. You should not do that. Hey, I'm not telling you shouldn't. I'm saying you. Hey, I didn't I didn't say anything. I said maybe we should. Maybe we should get you on Bob's Mobs, man. Maybe we should get you over there. Bob's doing it. Maybe we should try it. I'm not saying I know best. I'm just saying I know better. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying, Striker, like shut the fuck, shut the fuck up. To quote Mr. Wilson. But unless it's Bob, like, let's go. We got a common enemy, Striker. Me and you. We got a common enemy. We got a common enemy. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer, Striker. He'll never Bob will never make me mod. We know that. He will make Mr. Wilson mod, but we will not ask Mr. Wilson to do that. So theoretically, it makes sense that you become mod striker, and that is how we take him down. You already know. You already know. I just want Mr. Wilson to watch. And then Mr. Wilson can pick up the pieces after I destroy Bob. That'll be fine. If you've created if Mr. Wilson, if you've created a monster, I'm sorry, but we're taking down the town of Bob, and you're gonna have to pick up the pieces, and maybe he'll recover from it. We're not sure, but either way, it's happening. Yep, that is true, Striker. It's I'm not again I'm a bystander, but in a general sense, Proper and me are certainly we're certainly, we're talking. Literally, we're talking out loud onto the camera. I mean, that's why you're talking to us too. No, no, I'm never gonna be a mod. Well, it would be funny, but that's up to Mr. Wilson. Mr. Wilson controls his mods. I'm not gonna tell him to unmod him, but I'm gonna tell him to unmod him because he sucks. That's what I'm saying. Well, that's what I meant. I mean, I didn't want to put it that way, but whatever. I'm not petitioning for anybody to be a mod on Mr. Wilson's channel. It's not happening. I have already stated my position that Mr. Wilson should unmod everybody. Except for Karen. Because every papa needs a good Karen. I think that's in a book somewhere. I'm not sure. I don't know. I could probably find it. I'm sure it's in one of these things. Yes, I know that, Mr. Wilson. I know that. That is true. You made a mistake and it became beautiful. That's how things work sometimes. You have to let life happen sometimes. Do you really think I wanted to be in a feud with Bob? Do you really think I want to try to diss a 12-year-old? I'll do it. I will. And I'll do it well. But I don't want to. Do you think I want to sit here right now? Do you think I want to be live streaming for Mr. Wilson's audience? I'd rather be listening to the chat. I don't even play an instrument. What am I supposed to do? Like, I don't play instruments. I don't even think there's anything around here I can make noise. I can find a bottle. Hold on. Let me try this. Haha, this is chaos. Pure chaos. Hold on, I almost had it. Haha, this is chaos. Pure chaos. Yeah, that's the best I could do. If I could find a string or a rubber band, I could probably make some sort of a makeshift guitar. Oh, I can put some words together, but that's a different medium. I can't do that off the top. Well, I can, but I would prefer not to, especially if Bob's listening, because I don't want to give him any sort of an advantage. I'm assuming he's going to respond in some way. I don't want to let him know what's happening before it happens. I'm dropping little hint bombs, but I'm not going to let him know. I've already got my No, I'm not. Yeah, right. Well, better music maybe, Mr. Wilson. I saw what you did with propaganda. You should probably do that more often instead of just strumming on the guitar, man. You had a little bit of something working there. We like that shit. That sounded much better. Like you don't have to just strum and string, and you don't have to read everybody's chat either, because a lot of these people aren't saying anything that you probably want to say out loud. But you were certainly strumming there for a minute, and it sounded great. So you might want to try that a little bit more. Just saying. No, Striker, you're not invited. We'll let you on the stream, but we're gonna mute you, and you can just talk. You can just watch. Okay, now it's yeah. There's too many cooks in the kitchen now. Don't you dare say Bob. Don't you dare. Who else is left? Don't you do it. Don't you do it, Striker. You had me at Papa. Oh, uh-oh. Dropping hints, huh? I guess I'm gonna have to come up with an instrument, huh? I'll try. I played the clarinet when I was in school, and for that, I'm an idiot. I should have chosen drums or something cool, like a saxophone. I don't know why I chose the clarinet. It was a terrible idea. Nobody plays the clarinet. Nobody wants to listen to anyone play the clarinet. And I'm surprised my parents bought it for me, and shame on them for it. I don't understand why they did it. I'd rather have done something, with some percussion. I mean, God, come on. Like flute. I'd rather play the flute than the clarinet. At least the flute. Come on. It's, what is it? It's basically a glorified recorder. I'd rather play the ocarina at that point. A clarinet? Come on. Yeah, Mr. Wilson, I got you, brother. We'll figure it out. I mean, there's going to be a little bit of testing, make sure everything's working properly, but it's really not terribly complicated if we can get everything working out. It's the Zoom stuff is easy. Skype is basically the exact same thing. It's not new technology, so we'll just give it a try and see how it works. Because obviously we have some factors, Got to get that good. You already got the good internet, didn't you, Mr. Wilson? What happened to you? No, no, Striker, we should not do that. I'd rather no. We should not do that. I want Bob to feel the pain. I don't want Bob's computer to feel the pain. I want Bob to feel the pain. I want him to be like, what am I doing with my life? What am I? My name's Bob, and I'm not even sure if I should call myself Bob, because the person that I know as Bob has obviously been made a fool because I'm Bob. I can't do it anymore. I'm gonna have to change my name. I'm gonna call me Robert. Call me Robert from now on, is what Bob's gonna say, because he can't handle Bob. He's already Bob 3, which means that there's a good chance that there was a Bob 2 and a Bob 1, and those people probably got dissed just as much as Bob 3 is now getting dissed. He might want to go to Bob 4. Bob 4, he's the new Bob. He's going to be a better Bob one day. He'll be the true Bob, and it might be like the 7th or 8th version, but we'll see how it goes. Bob the Builder. Can we fix it? I don't know. I think only Bob can fix it. He's the only one who knows whether or not he can fix it. Mr. Wilson, you already got the better internet, and you need better internet? What happened there? I could have swore I saw a picture of somebody installing internet. And what happened? We lose you on the stream, or did you just nope out at that point? Or did we overload you? Because we obviously it's not smart to have 3 live streams going all with delays on the the live stream. It's not going to work out very well. Oh, the lore of Bob is going to continue, and it's going to end. It's going to end soon. Tune in, folks. You heard it here first. You heard it here last. People and blogs. Did you just nope out, Mr. Wilson? You just nope out? Would you just want us to keep going? What's going on here? Is propaganda still going? Still spouting the gospel of the Communist Party? We'll have to take a look. We'll have to see what's going on. Yeah, it's cool, Mr. Wilson. I get it. I was just curious. I had to hop on though. You guys are having so much fun together. I was like, well, I gotta get this stream. I gotta get on here. I gotta join the party, man. I want to be a part of the party. Not the Communist Party. That's not what I meant. Not the propaganda communist stuff. I meant the Mr. Wilson Big PB Party. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. See, this guy's got books. This propaganda guy, he's got books. He keeps showing one book. He keeps talking about one book. You know how many? Look at how many books I got. How many books am I talking about? You see me talking about books? I ain't talking about no books. I read these books. I don't talk about these books. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Yeah, see, what do you want me to start reading off books? This book is called, oh, this is Harry Potter right here. This right here, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Yeah, wizards. Don't be a muggle. Don't be one of them small PP muggles, bro. Propaganda be spouting. This one right here, this one. This is one of the best. Goblet of Fire, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. You think capitalists? Do you think they would have a Goblet of Fire? No, it costs too much money. You gotta run. You gotta have fuel. They're not gonna pay for it. Communists, Goblet of Fire. You have competition. You know. Well, no, wait, that's capitalist. If it was a communist Goblet of Fire, they all would have just won when it started. Well, maybe there's conflicting evidence there. I don't know. You should probably read the book. Hold on. This one is relevant. This one is super relevant. Okay. Right. Uh-huh. Yep. Almost. Almost there. Communist. The Hunger Games. One of the best. One of the best. Marx recommends this one himself. He said it's one of the best books he's ever read. I'm not quoting him on that, but I'm pretty sure he said it. He told me one time in a dream. It was a dream. He's recommending Romeo and Juliet. Come on. Who recommends Romeo and Juliet? Come on. Come on. Why did this become a book review? What's going on here? Okay, Romeo and Juliet? No. Edgar Allan Poe, Selected Works. That's enough. That's all I have to say about that. Done. He might like this one. Oh, is he going to read it? He's reading it. He's reading Romeo and Juliet. We've lost him, folks. We've lost propaganda. We've lost him. There was so much hope for him. What happened? I almost prefer the communism. Come on. Hold on. Striker, you want to tempt me? You want to tempt? Okay. You be tempting me. All right, it just happened. You asked for it, you got it. It's over now. Bob, what's good, Bob? You got it like this, Bob? You can you even mess with this? It's the Roaring Twenties, Bob. What? I don't care if you're 12. It's the 20s, bro. You better catch up. Come on, man. Where you pimping? Know what I'm saying? Hold on. Gotta fix the suit. Hold on. It looks better from the front. Hey. Let's go, Bob. We got propaganda over here reading Romeo and Juliet. I mean, what could I even read that would possibly counter Romeo and Juliet? Oh, I got it. This is it right here. So let Proper know that I'm reading as well. So we're gonna do this now. The sun did not shine. It was too wet to play. We sat in the house all that cold, cold, wet day. I sat there with Sally, we sat there, we two, and I said, how I wish we had something to do. Too wet to go out and too cold to play ball. We sat in the house, we did nothing at all. So we could do was sit, 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 and we did not like it, not one little bit. Cat in the Hat, motherfuckers. Classic. Yep, I got the hat, bros. Hey, hold on. I need a pocket square. I'm missing out. Hold on. We'll make a makeshift pocket square. Let's see what we can do here. I'm sure we can find something. Boom. What you know about that? All right, so I guess I'm on the book thing because that's what Propagander's doing. Propagander. All right, I'll give him credit for the Cornel West book. I'll give him credit for that one. That's a good one. Hold on, you guys. This is one of my things. Is I feel really strongly about government, and I really think that we should bring back the dinosaurs. We should probably it says see, look at the feather. See, you see that's a real dinosaur feather right there. My grandfather gave me this book. It was written in I think it was like 47,000 BC, and what it says is that dinosaurs are birds. I think that's what it said. I never read it, but I think I saw a movie about it once where a lot of people died, and that's why we should definitely subscribe to all dinosaurs and their people, and you should raise chickens and turn them into raptors and stuff and give them to people that yeah. They definitely won't take over. I swear. The ducks are. You can kick a duck. You can kick a duck pretty far. I mean, sometimes the ducks. I mean, they need kicked. It's like a goose. If you kick a goose, it doesn't go nearly as far, but it'll go pretty far. Either one. I mean, swans. I wouldn't do that. But goose, yeah, goose or below. Chickens, yeah. I mean, they might. But gooses, yeah, definitely gooses. All right, next book. This is related to the last book because we all know that the dinosaurs currently live on the moon, okay? And they've been trying to take over Mars, and we got to stop them, and that's why I recommend The Martian, okay? Because that's a great book. And we have to be able to farm on the moon and Mars because the dinosaurs are taking all the land, and there are jobs too. our jobs. They're taking our jobs on the moon, and I haven't been able to get a job on the moon for the past couple of years, even though I've been trying. Oh, ducks have beautiful tits. You should feel them, man. I raised ducks for about 4 or 5 years, and one of my favorite ducks. He was my firstborn. His name was Dabby, and he's a good duck, very good duck. Actually, um, I also raised chickens. This is the feathers of Chicanye. Chicanye, he was he bred with Chikim. Chikim got attacked by dogs. That was unfortunate, but Chicanye, he lived with us for a long time, and beautiful bird. He was actually a black bird. He was not. He was a big black bird, if you know what I mean, BBB. But great bird. They're good birds. And eventually you have to eat them. I mean, that's kind of just how it goes. And, it's unfortunate, but hey, what am I going to do? What am I supposed to do? Hey, Mr. Wilson, you do what you got to do, my brother. I would expect no less. You be you, man. I'll see you again. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to take my hats off to you, bro. You brought me here. The least I could do. Appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, man. It's a very interesting experiment we've got going on here. Very, very interesting. I don't know if you heard me, Mr. Wilson, but good day. So is it just me and you now, Striker? Just me and you? Now that Mr. Wilson's gone, should we conspire? Propaganda's still over here talking about war and stuff. I mean, I got books on war, but I don't read them. It's not my favorite thing. I love you too, Mr. Wilson. You have a great night. Do your thing, man. I'll see you soon. All right, should we go back to book review or should we talk in the chat, my friends? Yeah, that's right, Mr. Wilson. I didn't plan on this either, but here we are. It's funny how these things work out sometimes. But we're better for it, and that's why I think it's going to work out for us eventually. Eventually. It may not be going the best now, but it will eventually. Mark my words. You heard it here first. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Cockroach. I actually I spent some time with cockroaches because I was thinking about breeding them for food. I had a buddy who had a lizard and would eat them. And no, not the guy, the lizard would eat them, but I bred green banana cockroaches. And I also tried my hand at breeding different insects like ants and what was the other ones? I would love to do termites, but those are a little bit risky. Actually, I don't know where termites live, but if anybody's got well, I know where they live, but if anybody's got the download on some termites, you let me know. Yeah, I'm willing to take suggestions for beats. You can send them to my Twitter. It's the same as well, I don't know if I've updated my Twitter yet or not. I think I probably should. But you can definitely send those over to me and we'll take a look and see if we can get something together for the disc track. which I laugh at every time I hear it. I've got some lines ready. I definitely don't like Bob. I think we've made that apparent. Yeah, I gotta change my name. I don't know if that's even possible. All right. Boom. Easy. So you can follow me on Twitter. Send me a message. You could send Mr. Wilson a message as well if you want to try to get something going here with the multi-streams. And if you want to send me some beats, I'll definitely take a look at those as well. If you got any dirt on Bob, you can send that to me too, so I can use it to make fun of him. Because I've only got a few things that I'll probably end up having to watch his channel, but which is good for Bob. But I'm gonna have to work on some of the insults. I know I've got a good one from today about him being a spam cake sandwich. I forget the first part of the line. Let's see, spam cake sandwich. Something else to do with food. I'll have to look back over Papa's stream and see what I said. Because I come up with the stuff pretty quickly. It works much better if you just let it flow sometimes instead of trying to actually think too hard about it. All right, let's see what Propagander's up to. Propagander. I feel like we went our separate ways, even though he is one of the reasons I got into this thing here. So I almost want to reach out onto his chat here and see what he's up to. It's not smart to name yourself something very close to some other word. It makes it hard to search. I love how Karen is over on Propaganda stream. Apparently, Karen is not on my side. That's unfortunate. What are you going to do? Striker, you're on both sides. Oh, I have a good idea. We should get Bob to submit a beat to someone else, not me, whether it's Cheeto or Mr. Wilson or anybody, Striker for that matter, Skooma, whoever, and then you send the beat to me, and then I will do the diss track over Bob's beat. I will do it over Bob's beat. We gotta somehow get Bob to send a beat without knowing that I'm gonna get a hold of it. Oh, we're doing big BP books, huh? Look, I'm the only non-mod in the chat. That's funny. If you guys heard me, if we can get Bob to make a beat somehow. I like how I enjoy Propaganda's his boldness to take this platform that he's got right now with 4 people, and I've got 5, so I don't have much else to say, but to take this and make it political and to speak his mind, I mean, I give him credit for that. I give him credit for that. He's got his opinion. I have nothing wrong with that. And he's sharing information, which is good. I mean, he's sharing like books. I mean, who does that? Who sits on stream and shares books and talks about them? Nobody does that. It's like a book club. It might be because it's slightly boring, but in a general sense, I respect it. I just changed the name, Cheeto. it's now Average Joe Tree TR33. I just changed it because it used to be different. So I don't know if it's updated yet. Let me make sure it's accurate. Average Joe TR33 is my current handle. Let me see if I can type it in. Nope, it didn't work as a link. We'll give it a try. All right, see if it's updated. All right, yeah, it is. Average Joe TR33. I'm going to have to change my name as well. See if I can get that updated. I don't know if I can do that. I'll have to get that updated later. I'm not that worried about it right now. I'll go back to the all right, so I got you guys on the Twitter there. I see somebody added me. Alinity Hub. Whoever that is. Bob3 Studios. We'll give that a look too. I don't want to follow it. I don't want to give Bob that much credit. Full stop punctuation. What does that mean? Full stop punctuation? That means he should stop talking. That means he should end his sentence with punctuation and shut the fuck up. I'm pretty sure that's what full stop punctuation means. Whatever, Bob. Whatever. Poo Lover. Oh man, high quality content coming from Bob over here in Bob3 Studios. It's got more followers than I do, so whatever, Bob. I don't have any followers. I never use Twitter. I've only recently started using it. Oh, I know you're a simp, Skooma. I ain't got nothing wrong with that. I'm studying simps right now. I gave some girls some money for some stuff that happens sometimes. I'm learning. I like this guy. Props good. Let's see, let me I should probably end it that way since that's what Prop's doing. I'll probably read a quote before I sign off. Let me make sure we tie up all our loose ends so that we can, because I just want everyone to know my main goal here is to help Papa and to help his stream, Mr. Wilson, make sure he obviously he's been trying his best and he has to regrow what he created, so I would like to be a part of that and help him out and see him grow, and I'm sure you guys think the same, so that's my main goal here. So I'll make sure to do my best, and I do have Super Striker. I got you on Twitter here. Got Alinity. I love you, Alinity. We got that. Alinity Hub. Got Striker. If anybody else wants to reach out, feel free to do so. And we'll reach out and talk with Mr. Wilson too and see if we can put something together. Sounds good to me. All right, so let me, in the name of propaganda, I'm going to find my favorite book. I'm going to read whatever passage I open it up to. If I can find it. All right, here we go. All right, so arguably one of the best books in the world. Poor Richard's Almanac by Ben Franklin. We're going to open it up randomly and we're going to read the first thing we see. He that spills rum loses that only. He that drinks it often loses both that and himself. Go ahead and tell that to propaganda. All right, we're signing off, fellas. Good stream. Appreciate y'all. Have a good night.